Oh, my friends, back again, this time with the phone so I can upload the video right away. This will be a really impromptu sort of follow-up to the video I posted earlier today, literally today, in which my place was all kind of torn apart, and now it's literally back to normal. Let's do a quick tour, and then we'll come back and hear the rest of the song. So as normal, I'm doing this point of view. Back to normal. Nothing in the bathtub anymore. The theater space is sort of put back together. I have everything sort of put back in place in the kitchen. Normal space put back here. As I was explaining before, the 2-channel audio system, all this stuff in the middle is all still arranged. Now all of this is clear. I still have some things on my bed that I have to get rid of, some food stuffs for the kitchen. I couldn't bring myself to put it all away because I was hurting quite a bit. The Sherwin Vegas are back in their normal places. It's a very unique space. There's a lot of stuff going on back here, which is mostly just like media storage and boxes and tools and wires that I haven't been able to sort out yet. I'm supposed to be getting a completely new rack to put the TV on, or a new TV, because this isn't a 2.1 TV. I need to upgrade HDMI 2.1 to get all the benefits of the receiver and gaming setup. So I'm waiting for the TV and the rack, and then all of this stuff will go together, and then storage will be taken care of that way, which gives me more space to move around. Now, some people may be thinking like, well, why isn't everything sort of like against the wall, like at the end of a room, or why don't I turn the room this way? Well, it's a very deep room. It's 22 feet from wall to wall. And really, the desk and the computer system is the mainstay of the whole system. I'm generally in that one seat, and I'm gaming and theater watching. So really, this is all I need. Storage is a really big premium, so that's why I have that space sort of dedicated or cordoned off for the storage in the back. I might bring the curtains up to like cut that part off completely so you don't see anything, maybe mount everything in the back, and then I just have to worry about these uprights and the rack that I'm using so it all fits into place. But yeah, pretty quick turnaround. The guys came in and did their business, and honestly, I think I over-prepared because the kinds of things that they were looking for and the kinds of treatments that they placed were mainly in the kitchen and bathroom. In the other living spaces, honestly, the only thing they did was spray and mark the power outlets because it's a hole into the walls. Everything else is pretty much sealed. So that's what they were looking for, is very obvious places for insects or bugs or whatever to crawl through the wall, which is like the power outlets if they're not sealed. And then, I had already been placing what they call diatomaceous earth, which is like a powder substance. It's like crushed seashells of some type. I had already been placing that around the corners of my wall. You can see here. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. I guess this must be in like... Yeah, so I have powder there in the corner. I had already been doing that. So I didn't have mice problems. I dealt with that when I moved into the apartment. I didn't have really cockroach problems. I might see 1 or 2 every 3 months or something like that. So it was really under control from the beginning. I'm not a dirty kid. I use proper TV trays for most things, and I clean up whenever I need to, really. So everything has been pretty good in here in terms of managing for bugs and stuff like that. And we're going to go back to this other song and wrap this video up. It's just a quick follow-up. I was able to get everything sort of arranged back in here. I'm burning some vanilla scent. This is actually one of the scented candles that I had at my mom's house in the summertime that I visited there. So this reminds me of her and her home and that kind of sense. So I'm just taking it easy now. I think I over-prepared. I sort of anticipated for this pest control thing. I did more than I needed to in terms of what they needed to access. It was pretty simple. They walked around and did some of the power outlets, which are in 2 different locations here in my room, one on this side one on the back side. So this is being powered mainly by this outlet, and the amplifiers are being powered by this outlet over here. I believe they're the same circuit, but I'm in no, I don't think I'm in any situation where I'm going to draw more power than the system is providing. 15 amps on the breakers are pretty much okay for this system. So yes, the Buckeye audio amps are in place, warming up. We're just listening to some really relaxing music here today, enjoying my time after being busy for like all week, trying to anticipate for things that are going to be needed for this pest control situation. And then it turns out that I did more work than I really needed to, because they didn't even really need that much stuff moved around. So it's a lesson for me in overthinking, but it also proves to me that I'm capable of putting in a lot of effort when it's really necessary. This time it wasn't really necessary, but I was prepared to do the most things possible. So sort of rewarding myself, sitting here listening to some music, anticipating the live video with Dylan from Buckeye Amps and Scott and Kat's podcast later on today. So please check out that if you want to know more about Buckeye. That interview will most likely be posted and stay on the webpage. So if you watch this after this February 7th date of 2025, then you can tune in to that Scott and Kat's podcast, Living It with Scott and Kat, and then you can watch the Buckeye interview from there. And then as well, he's been interviewed by a number of different people, as well as Youthman and a few others. So yeah, check that out. Buckeye Amps. The SVS and Arendals are still in place. That's my mainstay system right now. And of course, the Rotel preamp, which I'm continuing to have some questions about. Not that it's a bad unit. I believe that it's doing everything it should be doing, but I have to see if there's something else that I can do about its base level noise floor. I can't really explain what I'm hearing in my system, and maybe it's some of the wiring I'm using. I'm not really sure. It's XLR out to the balanced amplifiers, and I'm still getting a high noise floor, but only after the DAC and relays click in. Before any signal goes to the unit, if it's RCA, maybe analog, it might not have that. So I'm wondering if it's the DAC inside that's actually the DAC chip or circuit that's providing this sort of like noise floor. I have to check with Rotel and see if they can give me like a loaner unit, if they can repair this one, if they can have a look at it. I don't know. I mean, I'm half on board to switch up to the Michi stuff, because Michi is like an end game for me in terms of Rotel. I really appreciate their styling and their performance specs. We'll just have to see. I don't know. It's just one of those things. As we go, we learn. And this happens to be where I am with everything right now. So anyways, that's enough from me. Thank you for watching 2 videos in one day. Just a quick update vlog just to say that everything got put back in place. And that, yes, you know, it's possible to overthink, overanalyze, over-anticipate. But at the same time, I think I proved to myself that I am more than capable of meeting a standard, and I was ready for anything. So I don't know. There you go. That's what it is. And I'm just here enjoying the music. So I'll see you in the next video. Probably record something tomorrow. I'm not really sure what the topic's going to be. A couple of test things that I want to get underway. A few things in terms of cables, and maybe borrowing some units from brands like Advanced Paris. I know a lot of that's been in the news lately. So we're going to see what's happening. Also, I have a really, really unique project that I might have to bring. I'm looking at doing something with the Gaia acoustic feet. It's not 100% yet, so I don't want to give away too much, but I do have something in the works related to the Gaia feet and the outrigger system, but we'll bring that to you in a future video. So for now, enjoy the weekend. Happy Friday to everybody. This will be posted on Friday, so I'll see you in the next video, and take care of yourselves.